Hello, magandang gabi. Good evening. Welcome to our Friday Praise Stories. So, I'm pretty sure nagtataka ang lahat bakit kami ay may ibang time slot for tonight, no? So, may konting twist this time, syempre. Kasi yung Friday Praise Story natin for tonight is very different compared dun sa mga iba. Kasi this time, we will discover an incredible praise story. Kasi yung mga kasama natin is one of the coaches of Rise Up Online Masterclass. So, syempre, di ba? Malalaman natin kung sino nga ba yung isa sa mga nagtuturo doon. And amazingly, siya ay isang teacher. So, wag na nating papahabain. Opo. Ang discussion niya sa atin ay isa siya sa mga teacher pero hindi siya nakapag-practice ng teaching. And grabe yung background po niya. Isa siya sa mga payroll tax specialist and nakapag-work na siya sa iba't ibang lugar. No? And nakapag-travel na siya sa iba't ibang lugar ng Southeast Asia. So pakinggan natin, ano nga ba yung kwento ni Mentor Andy? Good evening, Mentor Andy.
Hi, Javi. Good evening. Good evening po sa lahat. Kumusta kayo?
Ayan. Kamusta po?
Um, Mabuti naman. And then, so I had my actually, I'm starting on a graveyard shift. And then, so nakatulog naman for today to have this praise story. Thank you
Wow,
for
no?
having me here.
Thank you. Thank you for having us here, of having you here, no? Sobrang amazing, no? Doon sa intro pa lang talagang may preparedness na involved. Even yung doon sa pagpasok pa lang doon sa Friday's Play Story and yung adjustment, no? So kamusta po kayo, Mentor Andy? Can you please briefly explain kung paano po kayo nakapag-start as a freelancer and kung ano po yung background nyo?
Sure. So again, good evening sa lahat. Maayong gabi sa mga taga Mindanao at sa Visayas. And then,
Mm.
magandang gabi po sa taga Luzon. Kumusta kayo? So, I'm starting with a brief introduction for myself. So nanggaling ako dito. I'm from Mindanao talaga, based in Mindanao. So I'm in the province Misamis Oriental. So that's gonna be between Cagayan de Oro City and then Iligan City. So it's like um, I'm the in between municipality of those cities. So and then right after, so I graduated a degree of education. So basically, I don't really have any education when it comes to accounting field. But what happened is that after graduation, I start to venture myself. I went to Cebu, and then I apply as a call center agent in Cebu. So during that time, that was I think it was when was that? 2015. I went to Cebu to apply for a call center job. So basically, if you're unemployed and then you're really or you badly looking for a job, and then I think one of the industry na madaling pasukin for those non-experienced or fresh graduate will be like
Mhm.
the call center job. So I tried to apply, and then luckily I was hired from one of the, I think this is the biggest private
Mm.
call center company in the Philippines. And then from that time, first I was actually nung una na-assign ako sa parang telecommunication na account, which is
Mhm.
um, the same with, Smart, TNT, parang ganon, sa US. But then, I stayed there for like 6 months.
Mhm.
Tapos, after ng telecommunication account, then napunta na ako dun sa financial account, which dun nag-start
Mm.
yung experience ko for accounting related topics or accounting related na role. So I started so they mentioned that I'll be profiled to Intuit. So I was asking, when you go to the mall,
UBO.
yes. And then but the first time there's actually this brand or like a makeup brand called Intuit as well. So I was thinking,
Hmm.
okay, baka magbebenta kami ng mga makeup products nito, parang ganon. Intuit. So I was like, parang hindi ko to forte, parang gano'n. So, but then on the first day of training, I was actually shocked when, after the series of communication training, introduction, then nag-start kami with product training. Then I was actually shocked when we are introduced with ALIS, yung sa accounting, assets,
Mhm.
liabilities, parang ganun. So, um, I was thinking, okay, so this is like the Intuit online or Intuit QuickBooks. So QuickBooks is like um, a product of Intuit company. So they have this QuickBooks desktop, QuickBooks Online, QuickBooks Self-Employed, those things. And then, so what Intuit is doing is that for QuickBooks, ano nila, ina-outsource nila yung um, like mga call center representatives nila if you have concerns with QuickBooks. Merong mga onshore, which are those Americans na nag-a-assist. And then meron ding mga Filipinos nag-a-assist when it comes to QuickBooks concerns. So we have um, a location in Shaw, Mandaluyong. We have in in Cebu. So the biggest like QuickBooks um say call center representative or support actually coming from Cebu. So from there, so I started my journey as a BPO representative from a teacher. I graduated as a teacher, so become a BPO representative, and then from there I started to learn like the basics of accounting, and then after the basics you'll get to profile naman kung saang department ka when it comes to accounting ilalagay. So luckily I was profiled naman sa payroll, so it's the payroll department with QuickBooks.
Mhm.
So I have the basics when it comes to accounting.
Mhm.
However, I'm into like a payroll guy or a payroll person sa sa QuickBooks. So if we have customers na they're asking like I'm having concern with mga balance sheet nila not balancing or profit and loss report or hardcore accounting,
Mhm.
I do have like the basic, really basic lang talaga, but we have another department kung saan ita-transfer namin yung mga customer na tumatawag like if concern na nila is about COGS or yung parang assets, mga liabilities. But
Mhm.
if it's for payroll related liabilities or expense like payroll related, we will handle that. But for those really hardcore na mga accounting, we have another
Mhm.
department naman who will take care of our customers for those. And then so what happened is I I've been with the payroll talaga for quite some time, for almost like 6 years as a payroll person. So we are from the payroll department. So
Mhm.
I handle first the QuickBooks Desktop. So QuickBooks Desktop, ito yung parang software na ini-install natin sa mga computers natin.
Mhm.
So it's not accessible through phones or through mobile tablet. But we have QuickBooks Online. So yung QuickBooks Online, siya naman yung counterpart ni QuickBooks Desktop kung gusto mo siyang i-access anywhere, anytime, using your phone or using your tablet, you can use QuickBooks Online for that. But with QuickBooks Desktop, you really need to have desktop computer talaga para i-access yung file ni customer. So there, naging subject matter expert after 2 years, after taking calls for 2 years, naging subject matter expert. And then I was the um, person na assign when it comes to, kasi yung company namin nag-a-accept sila ng mga OJTs or interns. So I'm the
Mhm.
person, so since I have a background in teaching, so okay, we will have Andy, siya yung mag-facilitate sa mga incoming or mga OJT interns namin.
Mhm.
So I'm parang turo-turuan tayo doon, teaching trainings, parang ganon. And then so after that, I then was assigned to apply for a team, I mean leadership role. And then I have an experience for at least a year for being a team leader sa call center company. And then after that, um, I also was, this is really like the role na parang super proud ako sa self ko when we're looking for like office of the president representative. So when we say office of the president, Intuit is really big. We have a lot of QuickBooks products. So if a customer is like tumatawag sila, they talk to the regular agent, and then
Mhm.
they're still looking for a supervisor after they talk to the regular agent. Then after they talk to the manager, they're still looking for, can I get your supervisor, something like that.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
after that second supervisor, we have remember we have customers that are CPA, bookkeepers, payroll
Mm, mm.
administrator. So meron talaga mga ibang customer na they're really looking for someone, higher
Who knows?
talaga,
Yeah.
who knows to
Oo.
sell the product. Pero me myself, so I was actually tasked to those customers na they're looking for the office of the president. So of course, it's not the president who will talk to the ano na mga
Mm.
customers. They assign folks na mag-handle ng mga concerns when it comes to office of the president. So I was assigned to that. That was really like the most ano not tiring job for me because we only got like in a week or like two or three customers that mapupunta talaga doon sa uh,
Hmm.
ganong department or sa office of the president. And then, but even though I'm still in the office of the president, I can give some perks or some advantages or when it comes to the products. But still, we follow SOPs when it comes to handling like escalated costs. Then, after that, starting the pandemic, I think kasalanan talaga to ni pandemic. You start to reminisce or you start to like, am I on the right path? Am I on the right career? Something like that. Because you nag-start ka na sa work from home and then you're alone sa apartment mo and then you've noticed that the work from home setup is parang okay pwede pala to so pwede
Mas
palang
convenient pala, no?
mas
Mm.
convenient pala like you don't need to wake up like 2 hours before your shift or 3 hours para you need to prepare for the traffic before you go to the office and then so it's really convenient to really work from home. And then from that time when I'm working from home, I've noticed some of my colleagues na nung mga nag-resign na that they venture to freelancing journey and then I've tried to communicate with them and then they're really they're giving me like good feedback or good experience when of course if you have like an experience with QuickBooks and then
Mhm.
so it's really like your advantage talaga when you go to the freelancing world. So yun yung bali experience ko sa pag-start ko ng freelancing and then I started to resign. I mean, I resigned during the pandemic. Then I started then my application journey for like it was like 3 months na paghahanap ng client. So it's not like after you resign, you can get a client. So, but one thing that I make sure is that before ako nag-resign is to have like enough funds for me to cover sa mga months na unemployed ako. Yun
Mhm.
yung iniisip ko. I need to have funds. I need to prepare my
Emergency fund, no? Mhm.
correct. That's right. Tapos I need to have like my own laptop. Like simple camera will do,
Mhm.
a headset to start my freelancing journey. And then yeah, doon 2022 at 2021 sorry, doon yung nag-start yung freelancing journey ko as a payroll specialist po. Ang taas ng introduction, no?
Wow. Grabe. So, intro pa lang, no? Mararamdaman talaga natin na kung ano yung meron si Mentor Andy. By the way, good evening po sa lahat. And shout
Hi,
out
good
po sa inyong
evening.
lahat. And ayan, hashtag Team Live if you're watching this live. And hashtag Team Replay if you're watching this on replay. And grabe yung experience mo, no, Mentor Andy. Kasi originally, you graduated as a teacher. Pero right there
Yeah.
and then, na-realize mo na, well, kung mag-work ka agad as teacher, magkano lang yung kikitain mo. So, you looked for a better opportunity wherein nakapasok ka sa call center. But then, uh, napunta ka nagpasa-pasa siya and eventually napunta ka into related sa finances. And ending, binalikan mo pa rin yung teaching which is nagte-train ka ng mga tao. And
Oh.
ngayon, eto na. Kasama ka po sa mga coach for the masterclass. Grabe, grabe. And ayun no, nabanggit din ni Mentor Andy kung ano po yung mga advantages na dapat you have to be prepared. You have to prepare at least an emergency fund before you quit your job kung may job man po kayo ngayon. And yung equipments, very vital pala siya. And syempre, experience is an advantage regarding QuickBooks and QuickBooks Desktop. Ayan, nabanggit ni Sir Andy. Grabe, intro pa lang yon. Grabe, grabe.
So yun yung parang ginawa ko siyang title as you normalize career change, it's
Mhm.
because we have a lot of fresh graduates that are unemployed.
Yes.
If that certain course or ano yung tapusan mo na, like, college, let's say if you're a teacher, so I know we have a lot of teachers, viewers that are teachers. Really the process to work as as a public teacher, it would take like at least 3 to 5 years before you'll get the job. um yeah, you'll get the job. So I was thinking, it's like, grabe naman tong process na to para to get to be a public teacher. So you need to, so after you get your license, you will have to also gain experience pa, because that's part of the points. But right now, this year, I think, um, you need to have like a teaching experience, and then you need to have a master's degree para makapasok ka
Mag-matter
sa,
siya. Mm.
yeah, or units in masters para makapasok ka or ma-qualify ka
Mhm.
as a public teacher. So it would really roughly would take, of course, meron pang mga naka-standby na mga parang yung mga like
Nauna sa'yo,
hindi nauna
oo.
sa iyo, like something like that. So it would really take you 3 years, or I have some colleagues that they waited for like 5 years before get really that government, I mean, public teaching position,
Mhm.
or like a teacher one position. So that's why I started to think na, um for a year, then, I mean, for 5 years or 3 years, then if I don't have really an exact or like a job na makapag sustain sa akin for daily living, then, I would rather, go to those opportunities na that can help me through, on a daily basis.
Hmm. And, nabanggit niyo po kanina yung napunta po kayo doon sa payroll account na kayo ay tumatanggap ng escalated calls. Well, iilan lang sila. Nabanggit niyo na it's not tiring. You're only receiving 3 to 4 calls. Pero, syempre, yung expectations doon, grabe. Kasi yung magtatanong sa'yo, CPAs, accountants, and more or less, they are expert, di ba? So, kamusta naman po yung struggle do'n? Very nakatulong ba siya nung nag-struggle po kayo sa paghanap ng clients? Kasi nabanggit niyo na parang 3 months, 'di ba?
Oo. So the struggle is, so of course the expectation is high kasi you will be talking to, minsan kasi one time I talked to a lawyer sa US, isang CPA,
Hmm,
something like that. So the struggle is there, but all of the documentation naman from that regular agent, from the supervisor, then the manager, you'll get to review naman all of those things, like, in-offer na ba ito ni supervisor, na-offer na ba itong mga ganito, something like that. So you'll get to visit their calls, listen to them, and then you assess, kung ano ba talagang pwede pa nating ibigay with those customers. So, and then, I have this experience na, as a subject matter expert, so the concern is like very, um, CPA lang talaga ang makakasagot. Like
mm, mm.
parang hindi ko siya ma ano na concern. So I was informing the yung tumatawag na, the best thing I could really advise is to really contact your accountant, kasi may ibang
Mhm.
tumatawag na parang ano lang sila, like bookkeeper or
Hmm,
payroll administrator. So I was I informed the caller na, you know what, you need to really talk to an accountant for this kind of
mhm.
concern because it's really beyond my scope, something like that. And then the customer responded that I'm already the accountant. So I was like, okay, something like that. So I don't know what happened during that time, but so yeah, I really insisted na ikaw lang talaga makakasagot nito kasi mostly like it's an hardcore accounting talaga yung concern niya. Parang ganun. So, and then as a BPO, the BPO experience, I started well to, get the culture of Americans, and then I was able to apply it in applying, on a freelancing journey on, what are most likely. how they communicate with you, something like that,
Mhm.
how you respond to them, and mostly alam niyo na yung like behavior ng mga Americans compared to Filipinos, something like that. So it's really an advantage na I was able to have the BPO experience before uh, going to the freelancing journey naman po. But for those that don't have BPO experience, you can improve your communication skills. You can everything is accessible online. You have YouTube for your resources that you can check how to improve your communication skills. Um, how you would if you have a client, how you ace those interviews. So even me myself, I'm still like uh browsing videos na that would help me um to apply for if I already have I'm eyeing for that position. So I'm searching for what could be the possible questions for this kind of position. Search ko so ano yung mga possible na mga itatanong, ano yung mga possible na gagawin mo during the your application process. So of course for an application, even you have an experience or you have no experience but you think you're confident with that job description, so you need to be prepared talaga. You need to browse videos, search internet, so what are those things that would really help you in landing that job that you want.
Hmm. So, grabe pala 'no? Even ang isang mentor, Andy, ay naniniwala na ang learning ay dapat continuous and preparedness ay talagang required. Tapos nabanggit niyo po kanina yung dun sa process 'no, na may process na dadaanan yung even yung, escalated calls na pupunta sa inyo, talagang relevant pala yung dadaan siya agents to agents before siya makakaabot sa'yo. Tapos
Yes,
yun din kasi yung gagamitin mo and at the end of the day, you have to realize kung hindi na siya kaya, if it's beyond your scope. Wow,
correct.
amazing. Tapos, kailan niyo po na i-realize naman na very important ang niche if you are looking for a specific job? Was it helpful to have a specific niche?
Very, very helpful. The bookkeeping world, or the bookkeeping industry, masyado siyang broad, or masyado siyang when it comes to the different type of industries or business na hinahawakan mo. So the time that I was thinking of yung niche or na gusto ko talagang kunin because I don't want to handle a lot of industry, something like that. Um, so especially bookkeeping tasks, sobrang daming gagawin mo, like accounts payables, accounts receivables, I have those.
Lalo na
But
from
so
teacher background.
right,
Mm.
so since meron naman akong background when it comes to payroll, so I niched down to being just a payroll person, so payroll
Mm.
agent. So um I've tried to search sa Indeed, sa Upwork, or sa online jobs. I've noticed that we have companies naman sa US talaga na they're looking for just a payroll person lang, like looking for a payroll expert, payroll specialist, um payroll accountant, yun yung mga terms nila. So I decided to think of niching down to just being a payroll person. So because again, basic lang talaga yung knowledge ko when it comes to bookkeeping. Like I know the idea of debit credit, I know the idea of how to record invoice, pero yung if complex na, parang I need to research or to reach a friend para sa mga
Mm.
ganon. Reach
Pero
out to
yun
a
din
friend.
yung pinaka-relevant, 'di ba? Yung you
Yeah,
have to
yun yung
master the
pinaka-relevant.
basics. Oo.
Yeah, that's right. And having a community talaga na, for example, like a BPO,
Mhm.
or someone that could really help you. Like dito sa the Shepherd or this community group sa FB natin, having a community of those that you have the same aspiration or goals or mga bookkeeper, something like that. So it would really be a helpful page or community na someone will reach out or will help you when it comes to those things that you're not expert with. So it's really a great advantage if you're in a community talaga na most of you are all bookkeepers, CPAs, and all, something like that. Papa.
Wow. So, yun, very relevant po pala na kailangan magkaroon tayo ng idea kung ano yung specific niche na kailangan nating aralin. Kasi you have to master the basics. Kailangan nating malaman kung ano yung mga meron na tayo at yun yung magagamit natin. And sobrang makakatulong pala yung community ganito. And
Correct.
knowing yung naging background mo, Mentor Andy, for sure, nagkaroon po kayo ng setbacks. Kasi English is not our first language. And knowing that, napunta pa kayo ng financial field and ngayon nasa freelancing na. Ano po
Mm.
yung reason bakit po kayo bumabangon? What pushes you forward despite the setbacks?
Yeah, that's a good question. So again, starting the pandemic or started actually after graduation. So nandito ko sa Mindanao, no.
Mhm,
I would say less opportunity. Um, if you want more opportunities, then you go to cities. Nandito pa ako
mhm,
sa province, so I decided since meron akong kapatid na nasa Cebu, so I went to Cebu and then I did my application and then gained my experience from there. Um, for that, I've actually were like 8 siblings.
mhm.
So
Wow!
that would be like my ano mga parang pinaghuhugutan ko to help them, to help my
Mhm,
family as well. And then of course I always believe na learning is really a continuous process. And then if you were like just after graduation, if tambay ka lang, you're like parang hinintay mo na makakita ka ng work kahit wala ka namang
mhm.
ginagawa, parang hinintay mo na parang yung trabaho talaga ang lalapit sa iyo. So it will not work like that. So you really need to be brave. You need to have goals na if you really want to live a comfortable life, then you need to have those risks, those adventures in applying or application process, parang ganun. So um again, also my love to travel. So I've been to ano na, like in the Philippines, like half like 40 plus provinces here in the Philippines. I visited 40 plus provinces in the Philippines. So yun yung parang motivation
Grabe!
ko also, to really, of course, have an uh, stable income, and then I tried after I've experienced, I've traveled to the different provinces in the Philippines. Then I started to also um, apply. I mean, I started to travel abroad. Like I visited Southeast Asian countries,
Mhm.
including I visited Korea twice. And then so yeah, yun talaga yung parang motivation ko. So I'm passionate when it comes to traveling. So um, and then I realized now there's a work from home. So you can work anywhere, anytime if you have a client that are flexible. So and then you're also traveling during the day and you're working at night. So it's really like, okay, why not? I would actually try to do the freelancing or this work from home, work anywhere, anytime na set up to to pursue the love of travel as well. Yun yung parang mahilig talaga ako mag-travel. So I've traveled like pumunta nga ako ng ano ba yun sa Albay,
Mhm.
just me myself without knowing the place.
Wow!
Oo, tapos mga ibang provinces din na I travel solo. And then but I have my laptop with me. So I make sure to research for place na may strong Wi-Fi so I can still work while traveling.
Amazing, amazing. Napagkasya mo lahat do'n na well, yun yung mga usually hindi mo na naiisip kapag ikaw ay nasa corporate or very
Correct,
limited yung
correct.
resources na available. Kasi very limited lang yung budget mo, di ba? And
Right.
this time, you can check kung ano yung nagmo-motivate sa'yo, kung ano yung passion mo. That can keep you going. Well, yung sa akin, very nakarelate ako doon kasi I'm very passionate regarding foods. So every weekend I go out. Natatry,
Nice.
ngayon ko pa lang din natatry talagang lumabas at mag-travel solo. So very relevant, very kasama pala siya doon sa mga key points na kailangan magkaroon tayo ng idea kung ano yung passion natin, ano yung motivation natin to keep
Do
us
what makes
going.
you
Kung
happy.
yes. To do what makes you happy. Amazing, amazing. And ano naman po yung nabago since you had the clear understanding na you are capable uh, to deal with freelancing. Pwede na kayong, may opportunity ka na maghanap ng direct client and serve as a payroll, freelancer, bookkeeper.
So
Nakatulong po ba siya? Mhm.
yes, yes. Sobra. So I was able to apply for marami kasing mga firms, like CPA firms sa US.
Mhm.
Sobrang dami. So we have like 50 states. And then
Mm.
imagine sa isang state pa lang. So ilang firms nandun. And then aside from firms, we have also like HR or payroll companies. Kasi mostly sa US, ina-outsource nila yung HR nila. So hindi talaga like naka-in-house yung HR.
Mm.
Let's say if you have like shakies or parang what kind of business sa
Mhm.
US. Ang HR nila hindi yun nandun talaga sa office. They outsource it to
External lahat.
another
Mhm.
external most some of I mean my based on my experience. So right now I'm working on a HR and payroll na company sa US. And then
Mhm.
sa payroll talaga ako. Of course, I don't do HR things na
Mhm,
mga
mhm.
documents done. Sa payroll ako as a payroll tax specialist. So we're handling like almost 100 clients. So imagine like sa those almost 100 clients, they have like they really outsource their HR or payroll. Um so kami talaga gumagawa ng mga pasahod, mga HR related stuff. So yun yung parang yung pag niche down ko ng payroll is really an advantage din talaga. So na I'm so if may mga bookkeeping na work, so we have a bookkeeper, okay. We have a bookkeeping task, parang ganito, and then lipat naman niya sa akin. Oh, ito, may mga payroll na mga email. So parang as in you have your focus, you have your specific niche kung saan ka lang talaga. But the good thing as a payroll expert, I know we have a lot of payroll experts that are watching right now, locally that are serving employers here in the Philippines.
Mhm.
That's really already your advantage. You know how from gross pay to taxes and then to the take home net pay, you have the idea. The only challenge lang is we get to experience the taxes from the US, which is not the same with the taxes that we have in the Philippines. But if tatanungin mo ako if I have the idea of meron talagang full sa taxation or payroll taxation sa Pinas is really I still have questions. Like, hindi to ganito, okay lang gano'n, ito palang
Mhm,
binabawas
mhm.
sa'tin, 'no. So, but for the US, based on the experience, so I have got to experience the taxes na or payroll taxes. Maraming taxes sa US. But I'm focused on the payroll taxes. Hindi ako focus nung sa mga sales tax, mga income
Mhm.
tax like individual income tax na hindi related sa payroll. Like property tax, ano pa klaseng mga tax, but naka-focus ako, naka-niche down ako to payroll taxes lang talaga. So that's why if I have sales tax, okay, this is not my expertise. So reach out to someone who are expert and you can send our um you know uh give the job so mga expert sa ganong field. So the niche down process of being a freelancer is really helpful talaga when you are on the field. Something like that po.
Amazing, amazing.
Mm-mm.
So, grabe pala 'no, kasi, uh, I was taking notes since kanina, and nabanggit mo din na even nung nag-start ka pa, you have less opportunities kung nag-stay ka lang kung nasaan ka. So, you moved to Cebu to look for more opportunities, and this time since nagkaroon ka na ng idea na payroll tax is an option for you, dun ka talaga nag-focus. Grabe, grabe. And I believe you are in the right place ngayon, no? So, ang isang mentor, Andy, ano po yung kino-consider niyong success for you? What do you consider as win ngayon?
Right now, I consider Win as helping my clients, current clients na hinawakan ko, and then the students that I'm actually helping. Maraming nagre-reach out sa LinkedIn, sa Messenger, asking assistance for payroll stuff or payroll related questions. One good thing actually when you're a payroll person. You don't need to niche down pa for what kind of businesses that you want. Because sa
Mhm.
bookkeeping is, okay, gusto ko focus ako sa real estate, gusto ko focus sa mga restaurants lang na mga business as a bookkeeper, parang ganon. Dun
Mhm.
sila nagni-niche down yung mga bookkeeper, like what industry are you serving. But for the payroll, you don't need to have like, okay, payroll lang
Oo.
ako sa mga restaurants na business. Payroll lang ako for ganitong kind of business. You can handle a lot of business when it comes to payroll. So sa
Hmm.
payroll kasi, but the challenge there is ano po, sa US, sa amin sa US, char, joke, sa US, and then every state kasi they have their own rules and regulation when it comes to payroll taxes. So other taxes as well, they have their own rules talaga. So that's the challenge, is to, if you're handling a multi-state na, so since nasa ano ako sa mga CPA firms or HR companies, so we have a lot of clients on different states talaga, the different states. So the challenge is to, even though you're an expert on that specific state, and then you come to a point na, okay, hala, may bagong state, like dito sa Washington, or may state sa Maryland, you need to still have the continuous learning process na, okay, still need to study ano mga payroll taxes sa state na to, parang, okay, nandito to sa California na tax pero wala dito sa Florida na tax. Okay, parang gano'n. Parang may
Mhm.
mga ibang state kasi na hindi sila nagta-tax, they don't have this kind of payroll tax na meron sa ibang state. And then those things, helping my students when they reach out
Mhm.
for some payroll questions, and then being a mentor with this Rise Up Online Learning. It's like the fourth batch na, and then
Hmm.
yeah, I've got to experience na someone reach out that they have like an opportunity to being a payroll, and then some would ask like, coach or mentor, ano yung mga possible questions na pwedeng itanong in applying this kind of job. So I responded na, oh, okay, this will be the possible questions, and then you need to really study if what kind of industry that they have, and then saang state sila, para at least you have the background or idea what are the taxes specific to that state. So answering those questions, and then knowing some of my students are now successful, they landed the job, and then also, you know, I get to experience a, like the passion to travel, the setup for being a work in a work from home. I don't need to wake up like two hours. That's already a success for me. Those things, even simple things, uh I consider those as a success naman.
Wow, amazing. At the end of the day, teacher ka pa din po pala talaga, eh, no? You consider success yung magiging successful yung mga students. Wow,
Yes.
amazing. Pero nabanggit nyo po na normally, yung mga bookkeeper and accountants, ang hinahanap nila na limit, parang ini-specify nila yung goals nila into specific industry. Nabanggit nyo po na kapag payroll pala, lahat, no, sa kalaw, pwede. Yung kailangan lang nilang intindihin yung rules and limitations ng 50 states ng US.
Correct. But if sa'yo, gusto mo lang, like, okay, payroll ako pero gusto ko sa state lang ng California. So, masyado
Oh.
ka namang choosy or picky ka naman talaga eh. Sa California ka lang. Kasi meron kasing ibang na nakatira sa California
Mhm.
but nagwo-work sa ibang state. So,
Oh.
merong parang reciprocity agreement na, okay, so you're working dito sa state na to sa California. I mean, you're staying in California, like yung residence address mo, but you're
Mhm.
working on, let's say, ano bang katabi ng California? Hindi ako masyadong familiar when it comes to geography. So, it's like, another state na katabi, diyan ka nag-work.
Mhm.
So that would apply because sa payroll taxes, saan ka nakatira? So where are you living or your residence? Diyan yun manggagaling yung ano mo, yung state income tax mo, yung payroll state income tax. Diyan mo
Mhm.
diyan ibibigay yung mga income tax kung saan ka nakatira. But where you are working, uh, doon naman yung unemployment tax mo. Wherein,
Hmm.
kasi sa US, if you're unemployed, they have this project na they will give like, ano bang tawag doon? allowance sa mga unemployed on a monthly basis. You can claim for
Wow,
unemployment insurance. Um, and then doon. So kung saan ka
sana
nagwo-work,
all.
doon mo isesend or isasubmit yung mga unemployment taxes mo as an employer. And then kung saan ka nakatira na state, doon yung mga income, payroll income taxes mo naman. Pero merong agreement naman sa ibang state like si California at saka si Maryland, let's say for example, nagka-agree sila na okay, if ganito yung scenario, wag mo nang tataksan siya if nandun siya nagwo-work parang ganun. So, merong mga reciprocity agreement. Pero ano lang yun, di naman mas rare lang talaga. But most likely, if dyan talaga sila nagstay na state, dyan din mostly nagwo-work sila. Pero since we have the work from home setup, may iba talaga na nagwo-work sa ibang state na
Mm,
yung company nila na nagwo-work nila, yung sa ibang state naman. So, yun yung mga challenges na even me myself, I still need to uncover or still need to learn. Even though I mean, I've been an expert for like almost 7 years now, or still, I still need to do my research, to do the learnings na, okay, parang ganito pa ito pa, yung mga
continuous learning pa rin talaga.
aha moments mo na, okay, all right. So, and then you have all the tools naman to help you. Not necessarily you need to be really specific to paano to i-compute, like you need calculator. You have the tools naman that will help you or will back up you, like you have QuickBooks Online, you have QuickBooks Desktop. The matter of ano na lang, na navigation, saan yun i-enter, and then the basics of your payroll taxes. Mm.
Wow, amazing. Actually, kung palang panonoorin ko yung replay nito, no, halos mare-realize ko na lahat kung ano yung requirements, how to get started,
Oo.
na kahit isang state pa lang yung alam ko, pwede ko na siyang kunin doon. Specific nga lang siya ng konti. Pero if malalaman ko pa yung iba, multi-state na siya, hindi ka na ma-limit kung anong industry man yun. Basta nasa US siya, I can serve those.
Right.
Grabe,
And
grabe.
and also sa mga bookkeepers natin who already started their freelancing journey, most of the bookkeepers na nakakausap ko, but not all, they are not the payroll person. So
Mm.
ano lang talaga sa, they're into bookkeeping, accounts payable, accounts receivables, managing their balance sheet, and sometimes they're like the right hand of the accountant. But they are not used to do the payroll works. So it's like another payroll companies, baka ni outsource baka ni company yung or ni client yung payroll niya, or meron talagang payroll person which is a US citizen. So that's why when I started when I joined the Shepherd with Coach Alfie and Coach Harry, that's the time that I resigned, and then I have all the ideas sa mga different payroll na mga forms sa whole state sa US. So nag-post talaga ako doon sa the Shepherd na I have this experience, nilista ko talaga yung alam ko nitong mga forms like W2, 9 for 1, nilista ko lahat. Ni-post ko talaga, and then grabe, overwhelming yung comments. I got a tons of like almost 1,000 comments na magandang, since you have already the experience, and mga bookkeepers na, can you help me with this? And I'm already a bookkeeper. Gusto kong mag-learn din ng payroll, parang ganun. So, knowing payroll as one of an added skill as for being a bookkeeper, that would really gain you like maybe an additional increase of your hourly rate.
Mhm.
Um, you can be as I mean, you can impress your client that you can do payroll aside of the bookkeeping ng mga normal bookkeeping works. Then it's really an advantage if you have the idea of being a payroll. That's why when I actually when I posted um that I have experts, Coach Alfie and Coach Harry reached out to me right away, to because they have this plan of the rise up online learning na they're planning to have niche down or mga courses na course specifics for
Mhm.
bookkeepers, because this rise up online learning, these are for like bookkeepers or accountants, or they already started their journey and then may have meron ng mga experience when it comes to accounting backgrounds, but we still have mga students na even they don't have an accounting backgrounds, but they have the grit na okay, even though it's not for those without experience, I
Mhm.
still want to enroll to that class, because they already like started to self learn, or parang
Mm.
nagsa-start na sila ng okay, I'll start with the basics of bookkeeping, parang sila lang themselves nagle-learn, and then even though we offer this rise up online learning for those that are already with background or accounting background, we still have students, we still cater students na those that are taking risk na even though they still don't have. But of course, we need to reach out to our admin, na if in case they have questions, okay, if ganito, something like that. But still, students that are eager, the that really have the being brave now. Okay, I'll still need to enroll. Parang, of course, if you enroll, you niche down right away. Parang, okay,
Mhm,
focus ako sa real
mhm.
estate. And then, okay, tutang, at least meron akong course. And then if I need to add some skills, then I have specific courses that I can look into. Like if I need to learn payroll, then I have course of Coach Andy. If I need to learn QuickBooks Online, something like that, or Shopify bookkeeping, Amazon bookkeeping, then I have these courses ready na parang if I need to add more skills. Parang ganun.
Wow, amazing. So, grabe pala, no? Yung palang Rise Up Online Learning Masterclass, hindi lang pala siya sa mga graduates ng um, TS Bob. Pwede, available pa din pala siya dun sa iba. Well, naalala ko lang din, yung last na guest namin last week, si Anne. Ayan, isa siya sa mga
Yan.
hindi siya dumaan dun sa TS Bob. Nag-masterclass siya sa agad ng Rise Up Online Learning. Amazing. So,
Oo.
possible talaga siya na you step up. Kahit wala ka pang masyadong foundations, you move towards doon. And nabanggit kanina ni Sir Andy, no? Na yung mga students before. So, ayun po, abangan natin. May discounts and lifetime access. And take note, until bukas na lang po yung pag-enroll sa Rise Up Online Learning. So, as much as possible, kung kaya din lang naman natin, we invest on ourselves. Kasi yun yung pinakamalalang investment na possible. Lalo na habang buhay tayo, di ba? Kasi, ay, naramdaman ko yung idea na ikaw mismo, Mentor Andy, you are investing on what you have and what you want to have pa in the future. Kasi nabanggit mo yung experience mo na nakapag-teacher ka, nakapag-BPO ka, and nakapag-financial background ka while working. Pero pumasok ka pa rin as a student in the Shepherd. Bakit po?
Yes. So again, so I resigned from the corporate. I need to have I need to have like a community na parang let's say saan ba ako?
Mm.
Meron ba akong ma-reach out na ipapasok ko dito parang ganun. So I started with those mga co-employees ko na or ex-employees mga nag-resign din. So like we created a group chat. Okay, so these are meron ako nakitang website na pwede nating pag-applyan. Parang ganun, oh, may hiring dito. So a community would really help you. Would really give you an idea na saan mag-apply, anong anong dapat gawin sa resume. Minsan nga minsan akong kakilala na bakit palagi ka na-hire? Parang something like that. So pwedeng send ng resume mo, and then compare ko sa resume ko, parang gano'n. So, um, okay, meron parang difference talaga sa resume niya, sa resume ko. So,
Mm.
I set this as a guide. And then after that, like kanang ginawa kong guide 'yon. Okay, so ganito yung format ng resume, and then I started to create profiles online. I optimized my profile also. And then, so when I see profiles sa Upwork, of course, makakita ka naman ng mga profile ng mga same ka-niche mo. Um,
Mhm.
you set this as a guide na, okay, parang grabe ng jobs niya dito sa Upwork. No? So, and then, pag-check mo sa profile niya, ganito pala. So, I think if you're getting a lot of clients or a lot of jobs, so why not I will set this as a guide na okay gawin ganito din gawin ko sa profile ko. Wherein parang you know, you know yourself. It's not no copying. It's just gonna be your guide because they're earning a lot. They're getting a lot of clients. So you optimize your profile and then ang daming video sa YouTube na how to optimize profile sa Upwork, parang ganun. And then when I noticed the competition naman sa Upwork, sobrang dami.
Mhm.
Sobrang competition naman ni Upwork. So I started this so as an advice, I started to go to Facebook. So, sa Facebook, doon ko naman hinanap yung mga iba't ibang page ng, okay, QuickBooks California, QuickBooks Florida, QuickBooks parang ganon. So, inisa-isa ko mga state na gano'n na meron namang mga page sila doon, like mga employers na
Mm.
nagre-raise talaga sila ng mga questions na paano to gawin to? Like, I have an employee na ganito or something like that. And then, once naka-join ako, meron kasing ibang mga group na hindi ka pwede maka-join but if you're not a citizen from that state, something like that. So, they filter. Meron din mga ibang groups na auto-accept lang, like parang ganun. Um, so,
Amazing.
I started to notice mga posting nila and then I responded to them on the comment section. You know what? This would be the ganon. Yung respond ko, and then suddenly, after doing those things sa mga Facebook groups, they started to reach out. So and the first time, I provided the answer correctly. So
Mhm.
how I transition my parang ano mas strategize tayo doon. Pero hindi mo talaga ibibigay yung parang full answer if alam mo yung answer nando'n na. And then you can have this, if you want to know more, you can reach out to me, something like that. And then doon na magsa-start. They will reach out to you through Messenger or to WhatsApp, and then you get to experience to help them. And then even though you're not asking for a payment in return, as at least you were able to build foundation na, or you build trust na for this specific employer. And then if in case you have follow-up questions naman, or maybe a project will come, then they will think na, okay, I have this, I think I know someone who responded on my comment. Then they would reach out if we didn't need help. Then doon na magsa-start yung conversation na parang, if you know someone that are looking for payroll person, I'm here, I'm willing to parang ganon, sir, provide my services. And then yun. Actually, my first client started in Facebook group. So yeah, she posted a concern, and then I'm aware of the concern. I posted a comment, and
Mhm.
then meron akong to chat nga, ano, you can reach out to me if you have further questions. Or reach out siya. And then noon na nag-start. Doon na nag-start yung freelancing journey ko na nakuha ko siya as a client. And then right now, she's still with me, and being a flexible
Mm.
client ko. I can work anytime for her. And then really, he's not that other client that I've experienced na ano talaga, yung parang if you're a Filipino, so yung $8 and up would be really like masyadong mahal. Meron kasing ibang
Mhm,
client na
mhm.
gano'n. Parang ano ba yung tawag do'n? But that client of na start ko, really is offering me like parang US citizen ako. Like ano talaga yung rate ng
Mm,
ganyang
mm.
expertise sa US, yan yung ang bibigay ko na rate, parang gano'n. So, I'm also like, um, if you know, given the experience, hindi ko naman like, meron if we have clients that are, why are you asking this rate? I can get as a freelancer with this like $3 or $4 rate. So of course you will respond na given your experience, and then given all the clients that you have served in the US. So parang di talaga siya swak if I will get like the small mga rates. But if you're actually starting, that would be, um if you will be offered like $3 or $4 rate, and then you still have like more to learn or experience to
Mhm.
have, then that would really be a good rate and a good experience to have para sa next application. More even you started with a smaller rate, $3 to $4 per hour, $5 per hour, then might be the client will notice how proactive you are, how you've been working with your task. Then most likely you can ask for an increase, request for an salary increase. But I have also, masyado kasi tayong ma-research. So, paano ba talaga
Mm.
ano 'tong parang ma-increase tayo ni client. So, parang gusto mo bang sabihin na, I need some like a salary increase. I've been doing this kind of job, then this is not part of my, that's not how you, hindi parang ganyan yung atake if you're you're looking for an increase. If you're looking for an increase, of course, you've already assessed yourself na you've been with a client for quite some time, you've been proactive, you've been doing this kind of works, even though it's not on your job description. Then you can ask question na to your client na, can you help me? let's say you are now on a 30K per month rate or 40K, you
Mhm.
can ask a question na, um, how can I mean how what are the things that I need to do so that I could get this specific rate, something like that. If I want to
Mhm.
have this, if I'll be asking for a 50,000 monthly rate, what are the things you want to do? Parang hindi ganun. Parang the idea is not parang ano siya, hindi siya na I need a salary increase. Parang ano yung mga
Mhm.
puwede ko pang gawin, puwede ko pang i-improve para makuha ko 'tong ganitong rate. So that's how 'yan yung atake ko para if in case magre-request po ako for a salary increase, like what are the things that I need to do, I need to consider, I need to ano, para to get this kind of rate, parang like that. So it's like on the client's part, hindi siya parang demanding, so
Mhm.
it's like you're asking if what are the things na puwede ko pang na na gawin as a freelancer, para maabot mo ang yung desired rate talaga, something like that. So 'yan yung mga natutunan ko when I have communities or I have persons na, you know, within the community or same niche mo.
Wow, amazing. So despite na alam mo na kung ano yung dapat mong gawin, 'pag pala pumasok ka sa community 'to, sobrang dami mo palang malalaman. Grabe 'no? From building a rapport to how to respond to comments, yung set ng call to action na biglang magpi-PM siya sa'yo, makakapag-build ka ng trust and everything. To the point na
Mm,
paano ka makakapag-ask ng question. At
share ng mga ano, mga interview tips, mga, resume, parang gano'n. Kasi yung previous batch ni-send ko talaga yung resume, yung mga resources ko as a payroll person na
hmm,
mga na-keep ko. Kasi I have a folder of all the things that I've researched, and then isi-share ko siya sa mga students, para I have actually a file na for all the states, ano yung mga state websites nila,
mhm,
how to do kasi ako yung parang nagre-register ng mga businesses sa iba't ibang state. I registered the different businesses. Kasi sa every state, you need to register kung ano yung mga tax na binabayaran mo. So, if you're a business, um, let's say business A, magbabayad siya ng mga sales tax or property
mhm.
tax. So, you need to register those taxes sa every business. So, if in case naman you do payroll naman for that state, you need to also register your business for doing the payroll tax. So me as a payroll expert, I am now I have experienced how to register a business on all the states in the US. So naka-register na ako ng mga iba't ibang businesses. Ano ang things na you need to prepare to register a business? Kasi it's like yung client ko na siya nga, "Can we contact someone at CPA na parang ma-register 'to sa business, Andy?" Yung parang mga kasi alam niya maigi siya na dapat i-register. So,
Mhm,
I was thinking na, "Oh, I know how to register business. You don't need to
mhm.
worry, I'll just need these documents from you para ma-register natin siya." Oh, I did not hindi daw niya na-expect na I have the experience na to register a business for that state. And then no, so this coming Rise Up Online Learning, we have like the Discord, and then we have the live, and then I'll be sharing all the those strategies and those steps para naman smooth yung journey you when you niche down to or when you need to learn QuickBooks Payroll. So um hindi lang QuickBooks Desktop, we get to learn, we will get to learn QuickBooks Online as well, payroll sa QuickBooks Online, and then the basics, the resources. I'll give it to you. It's gonna be like bonus or free when you want to enroll to Rise Up Online Learning, which is tomorrow will be the last day for the enrollment.
Wow, 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 grabe. Ayan 'no, nabanggit nga ni Mentor Andy 'no, na bukas na yung deadline nun. So ano pa yung hinihintay natin? Kasi sabi nga 'di ba, the best teacher is experience. Lalo na kung yung mga mentor yung nag-share ng experience nila, these are actual experience. Nabanggit din ni Mentor Andy na nag-share siya ng mga files na nakalagay yung mga step websites and kung ano yung mga kailangan yung register. So ano pa yung hinihintay natin 'di ba?
Right.
And for those people na nag-i-struggle pa din kung na maghanap ng client and nag-struggle pa rin mag-decide if they need to invest on these things. Ano po yung best advices natin for them?
Yeah, for those that are still struggling when it comes to looking for clients, again, um, looking for a community that would help you. that you can reach out, same as the shepherd. You can post comments. You can post comments, and I have this. I'm trying to apply for this job. Any tips that you can provide or advise for this kind of role? And then there are really people that would reach out. Okay, you need to have this, something like that. And then if you have a community as well, um, or also first thing, assess yourself. Saan ka nagkulang? If in case, um, if you check your resume or your ano, maghanap ka lang parang kakilala mo na parang marami na siyang na-land na clients, you can reach out to them. Pwede pa share ng resume mo. Of course, you need to make sure that you already gain trust for that specific
Mhm,
person, or you
mhm.
can say hi. You don't need to be just I noticed that you landed a lot of clients. Can you share your resume? Parang you still need to have a rapport naman with that person. Na hi, kumusta? Parang ganun. I've noticed you something. And good job for. Parang you start to build rapport. It's not I need your help, something like that right away. It's not like the no, paano siya atakihin yung person na gusto mo i-reach out.
Mm.
Build connection muna, and then yun,
Networks,
start na
no?
kayo to,
Mm.
yeah, start to ano na, start to share something like that. And then the community as well, post. Don't hesitate to post if you have questions, kasi marami talaga magre-reach out, especially if you're like in a community like TBSA or Rise Up Online Learning. For those don't have an accounting background, so we offer the TBSA offer for those non-accountants or don't have any background experience. We have a class for that. But for those that are with background experience and want to niche down, we have the Rise Up Online Learning. So again, but Rise Up Online Learning is also um, you know getting our if my students na gusto talaga mag-learn doon na mag-niche down, so we're still open, and then we assess if pwede ka talaga doon. We have a lot of questions bago ka namin i-enroll. But for those na meron ng mga experience, so we can enroll you right away, and then set up your Discord, make sure that the transition is smooth, and then you'll get to be notified if may mga updates or mga live coaching session. And for those again that are really with struggling with clients, me myself, it's like after 3 months bago ako nakakuha ng parang full time client. So it takes time, and it takes investment muna. It takes time and investment when it comes to learnings. So that's why I also of course, given that I only have basics when it comes to accounting, and then I'm starting freelancing, so I also like look for online mga courses na let's say 1,000 or 2,000 for I mean for that specific course. I actually save money para mag-enroll ng course na yun para I still have an idea. And then right after na nakita ko yung the Shepherd, since I already have the experience na on basic accounting, bookkeeping, then doon, nag-raise din ako, nag-post ako ng questions doon. So, don't ask when in doubt, ask when you have some questions, something like that. So there are a lot of people that are willing to learn, especially if you're in a focus group like this Rise Up Online Learning. um, we want to make sure, so that's why we have already the fourth batch, so it means that the course is successful. So we wanted to make sure that we reply to those inquiries or messages. We already assigned specific admins who will manage the Discord. So the mentors will get notified that, oh, one student is asking this question, something like that. Please reach out. Parang ganon. So, um, again, for those that are struggling, it would take time. It would take investment, research, pull up those resources that are available for free. YouTube, you have if you can visit, you know, QuickBooks website nila, meron ng mga specific trainings doon. But if you're into in-depth training, we have Rise Up Online Learning, TBSA. You know, save your monthly. You can like have maybe 10% from your salary. Okay, I'll save this para I'll once I start my freelancing journey, I can enroll to this course and then get a community that would really help me. So again, it takes time, it takes investment, and it takes, I mean, you need to be prepared, and you need to be well equipped with learnings na dapat ready mo para to apply to freelancing career or freelancing journey. And then don't hesitate to reach out. Those are the things that I could really advise for those that are still struggling to look for clients.
Wow, amazing. Wala na akong puwedeng mai-add. Nabanggit na lahat ni Mentor Andy.
We have
Grabe
ano,
'no,
sa
grabe.
ano pala sa TBSA, I think naka-pin siya sa FB page na
Mhm.
merong ano 3-day like free webinar training for you to start your freelancing journey with Coach Alfie and Coach Shari. Andun yung parang 3-day live free training nila what things that you need to prepare to venture into freelancing. Um, as a bookkeeper, you can have that even though it's like ano masyadong mahaba yung ano if you have a lot of free time then you can get back to those videos. Meron ding mga uh, nakapin na mga videos na doon to start your let's say QuickBooks Online. May mga I think nakapin na videos si Coach Alfie and Sherry to help you with those. And then if in case in-depth na training or courses that would help you with your journey, then you have the TBSA and the Rise Up Online Learning that would help you with that with the journey. So it may have like you need to invest funds for these courses, but um, I would say based on those Friday Praise stories
Mhm.
na nadinig natin that it's really worth it to have a community that would help you. Um, you know, makikita mo na if you're earning, then you can save up like 5% or 10%. And then maybe the Rise Up Online Learning will open next year or next there's another batch, then you already have the enough funds to enroll, something like that. And then get to experience what other students were able to experience before.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Talagang naalala ko pa rin yung na-note mo nung pinakauna. If you have less opportunities, you have to look for opportunities talaga na malala. Grabe, grabe. And ayun 'no, since nasa final stretch na tayo, I would love to add this verse. I will give thanks to you, Lord, with all my heart. I will tell of all your wonderful deeds. Kasi grabe yung journey mo, Mentor Andy, no? Kasi nakakatuwa na hindi ka nag-give up. Actually, wala ka man ngang masyadong na-discuss regarding your struggles. Well, meron, pero napahapyawan lang sila. Pero grabe, no? Napaka-goal-oriented mo. And until now, talagang continuous yung learning. So,
Yeah.
Teacher Andy, Mentor Andy, grabe. Maraming salamat po at dumalo po kayo for tonight, no? Thank you, and maraming salamat po. Good
Thanks,
luck and God
Jevi.
bless.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Good night.